Andrew Feinstein, who's come to visit the People's Museum today, said, and why we exist as a space for us in Somerstown.
Majority in our community are marginalised and not listened to. To have a space for us like this space is absolutely crucial. In an area like Somerstown, with its history, it's even more vital that there are numerous spaces where people feel comfortable, where they can meet as community, is the extreme crisis in social housing. I've got the sense that the Camden Council, which of course is Keir Starmer's Labour Party council, actually intends to try and push as many of the poorer people in our community out of the borough altogether as possible. Repairs to housing take years if they're done at all. The actual amount, the stock of social housing is ridiculous by comparison to the huge demand for it. So we have massive overcrowding, we have inadequate housing, we have housing that isn't properly insulated. But the council's main intention seems to be to destroy social housing and to build in its place very fancy office blocks. So they spend £1.5 million subsidising Google, that poor tiny company that struggles so much financially that they need to take our council tax money and give it to them to build the fanciest office building imaginable right next to the Camden Council. The St Pancras and King's Cross developments, which are all about trying to create retail space, office space, and this is all at the expense of social housing. It is as though we, our community, doesn't exist. So spaces like this are essential to remind people that not only do we exist, we have history. We have a history that has been a history of struggle, but it's a history of which we can be proud. But most important of all, we have a future. We aren't going anywhere. They live in such a bubble that they have no sense of the reality of most people's lives in Somerstown, in Holborn and St Pancras, and in Camden.